Thanks for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Homeowner Tips, you'll learn about 7 smart tips for new homeowners. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line and say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, so let's talk about this. There's 7 really smart things that you can do as a new homeowner. Even if this is your second, third, fourth, fifth home, the following 7 tips are really going to benefit you in knowing how to maintain your home as the days become years and as the years become decades in your new home. So the first thing that you want to do is be very, very careful about not overspending on furniture and remodeling, especially whenever you just bought your house. It's very, very prudent to hang out and wait some time until you've lived in your home for a little while. That way you can better identify which renovations you want to do, which remodeling projects are important, and get a better idea of what kind of furniture you want in what room once that time comes. Because here's the thing, if you start looking at buying furniture right away, you just made a down payment, you just paid your buyer closing cost, and you just spent all that money to move in. Give yourself and your bank account a little bit of a breather and a little bit of a break and go ahead and recoup your finances and come up with a game plan. You'll find that a lot of the renovations that you may have thought you wanted to begin with may have changed after you've lived in your home for 6 to 12 months, and now maybe something that seemed like a priority isn't as important as something else. Something to think about as you go along the days, weeks, months that become years into home ownership, okay? The second thing is to always do your home maintenance. There's seasonal home maintenance, and I've made several videos about the different seasons and the home maintenance that you should be prepared for. There's also home repairs that go into it, but you want to be very careful about making sure that you're doing your home maintenance correctly, even if it's something as simple or as small as changing out the air filters for your HVAC system. Those air filters for your HVAC system, by the way, are kind of like the lungs to your unit. If they're clogged and they're dirty, you're not going to be able to cool or heat your home as well as if they were clean. So keep those lungs clean for your HVAC sake and for your comfort sake when it comes to cooling and heating your property. And you also want to know whenever it's time to call in somebody like a professional if it has to do with plumbing, electrical, or if you need a roof patch or a roof repair. Call in the professionals that are licensed, bonded, and insured for any bigger ticket home maintenance items that you need. Which brings us to point number 3, hiring qualified contractors. Would you really want to hire somebody that's not licensed, bonded, and insured, and then something goes wrong, you were trying to cut a corner and you're trying to save some money, which is completely understandable, no one's hating you for that. At the same time, doing so, they could do it wrong. And when it comes time to resell your home, it might be the furthest thing from your mind right now, but at some point, life changes and you might be putting your home on the market for one reason or another. And if that work wasn't done correctly, you might have to have it redone correctly if the problem didn't expose itself that it wasn't done correctly a few years after you had it done. So it's something to think about when you're doing stuff. Make sure you're hiring qualified contractors, you're reviewing them, that you're checking out their online ratings, the reviews, checking out their reputation. You know, your trusted real estate advisor can be a great source for different contractors. Ask them if they have a portfolio of contractors that they could share with you to help you find the right kind of contractors and start getting some bids on any projects that you're considering. So the fourth thing is get help with your tax return. It's not the same as if you were renting and then did a tax return as whenever you're a homeowner. There's a lot of things that you might be able to write off, and there's a lot of common mistakes that people can make with their property tax and with their homeowner's insurance and with different tax credits that you might be able to get depending on what you've done to your home. By talking to a certified public accountant, you'll know what that tax year has in store for you and how it can benefit you. Also keep a record of all your homeowner documents, especially your closing documents if you just purchased your home, because you're going to need those next year for the next tax season, okay? So think about that. I'll go ahead and put a link up about common tax mistakes homeowners make so that if you want to learn more about that, you can. The fifth thing is to keep receipts for home improvements, home remodels, home maintenance. Now, I did a video about how to make a homeowner journal. I'll go ahead and put that up above right now. It's extremely useful to go ahead and get into the practice of completing your homeowner journal now, from everything from your property description to your lot size, your lot lines. Again, your trusted real estate advisor can be a great source of this information, and we'll be happy to provide this to you, to businesses in the local area, then to more salient things in the Homeowner Journal, such as your closing documents, your homeowner's insurance documents, your installation manuals for any of the appliances that you have, HVAC systems, maintenance schedule that you devise for your home of what should be done every quarter for your seasonal home maintenance. You also want to keep a track of any of your repair receipts and see if maybe they're tax deductible by going back to point 4 and chatting with your certified public accountant, okay? The other thing you want to think about when you do this is any home remodel projects, any home improvements, you want to keep those receipts and those invoices. If you get ready to sell that home and you can provide all this information as a list of improvements, and let's say that you really did a phenomenal job upgrading your home, and your home is now worth more than like and kind homes in your area, that can be the make or break point of actually coming in with a good appraisal, vice an appraisal that you might not be too amused by. So if you have receipts and you have the year that's done and you keep them in chronological order, it can go a long ways to helping you get as close to, if not the price that you're looking for when it comes time to sell your home by factoring that information in. Again, a homeowner journal is a smart thing to do. If you're watching this video right now and you don't have one, please watch the homeowner journal video and get started on one today. So the sixth thing that we move into is please don't confuse a repair with a home improvement. They are different. So giving you a little bit of background, because not all home expenses are going to be treated equally or created equally for the purpose of determining a home's basis. So for example, the IRS would consider a repair to be part of the parcel of the home ownership, something that preserves the home's original value but doesn't enhance their value. It's only improvements like replacing a roof, adding a new HVAC system, which will help decrease your future tax bill when you sell your home, or maybe some other things you do with like master bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, stuff like that, plumbing remodels, electrical. There's different things like that that you should be discussing with your accountant if these things are coming up and you want to know what you can do to get the biggest bang for buck on your IRS tax credits, as well as what could benefit you whenever you get ready to sell your home as well. So there are improvements that can add a little bit of value to your there are improvements that add value to your home. I'll go ahead and make that link available too, about the top 15 home improvements you can do that actually add value. Now the seventh thing is to have proper insurance. I mean, it might sound like a misnomer here, getting the proper homeowner insurance. Just made a video a while back ago about this too, with 8 types of home owner insurance. It's kind of interesting because there's actually 8 types of homeowner insurance, and underneath those is like an umbrella, if you will, where it tears off, and there's all kinds of different provisions. The best way to know if you're overinsured or underinsured is to set a meeting with your insurance agent, invite them over to your home, share with them what's going on, and ask them, what kind of coverage should I have? One kind of coverage to think about if you own your own business, or it's just smart to have in general. At the same time, if you own your own business, or if there's a situation where like you have a good amount of money, or if you're up and coming and you're starting to really build up equity in yourself and in your life, you might want to get something called an umbrella policy, which is an additional personal liability that tacks onto your homeowner's insurance to better protect you in the case of an unfortunate event when somebody might try to sue you. Just as kind of a bonus tip here, if there is something called a homestead in your state, go ahead and get one. The homestead, like here in Las Vegas, Nevada, can actually protect you for up to $640,000 if somebody tried to sue you so they can't take your home. They might be able to take everything else from you, but they won't be able to take the roof that's over your head. It's something that's going to give you more peace of mind. It's something that's going to help you out as a homeowner. Now, this has been 7 smart tips for new homeowners. Tell me which one of these tips really stuck out to you. Was it the first one by not overspending on furniture and remodeling as soon as you close on your home? Or was it maybe number 3, always hiring a qualified contractor? Or was it number 5, beginning a homeowner journal and keeping receipts and a log of your home improvements and home maintenance? Tell us what you got out of this video the most in the comment section below, along with any of your savvy homeowner tips you'd like to share with us. Now, tell me, this is really interesting. Tell me what you want to see next. And the next homeowner tips video, next Friday that comes out, tell me what you want to see. and I'll get started making it for you in a future homeowner tip video. Would love to hear your suggestions. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information right now. If you want to drop me a line and say hello, or if you need help finding a top agent where you live, please let me know. I absolutely love to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. Thank you so much for watching today, team. And between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Make it a wonderful day.